So think about that when you look out long term at plans, right?
Hmm.
Like, if this girl I'm dating is long term, I have to look at all these big picture things and look out 5 years. And I said to her, and we were talking, and she didn't get it when I first said it. I said, when I'm aiming for 5 years down the road, and she looks at me 5 years down the road, I said, yeah, I want this to be your last first kiss.
Right.
And she just kind of stopped for a second because she really didn't get what I just said. I'm trying to create something that's a forever.
Yeah.
That's really hard. But if you don't think about it from the long term and you like, well, what makes me happy? Well, she made me mad. I think we'll break up. Come on. I mean, if you want something that's going to last, you
Right.
have to start thinking about the long term.
Hmm.
Okay. I don't necessarily have to agree with everything everybody says, but if we can get out of our short term feelers and start to get into what it really takes long term. Can you imagine if you managed and raised your kids based upon what they did yesterday?
Hmm.
You don't. You raise your kids based upon what you want, the opportunities you want to see for them in junior high, high school. You start thinking about their college. You start thinking, why? Long term,
Yep.
right? And when things are bad or tough, when you're having a bad day at a workout, or you're having a bad day in the economy, you have to lift your head up and
Yep.
look at the horizon and say, okay, what's this really look like out long term? Is this really a mistake I'm making?
Hmm.
Okay. Because a lot of times when we, especially in relationships, I can say this, if you really did look long term, you'd punt
Yep.
because you're looking at the person and saying, this is not a person I really want to be with for the rest of my life.